your first time seeing me, I'm so sorry. I normally don't look this bad, but I just got home from the gym. Anyway, my name is Holly. I am starting on this journey of a solo summer diaries where I'm just taking myself on dates and falling in love with my own company, feeling comfortable doing things on my own. If you missed the first video, I posted it last week, so go check that out. But today, my first thing that I want to do is I'm going to treat myself to a spa day. Now, I don't want to go anywhere. I don't want to pay money. So I'm cheap, okay? So I'm going to do an at-home spa day. So I have plans to do like a full body, like everything shower, shave, all of that stuff, exfoliate. I'm going to do my nails, do like a face mask, maybe a hair mask, and a bunch of other things, and just really chill. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and do that, and I'm gonna be listening to an audiobook while I do all of this. So let's go. Come on. Let's get started. So basically what I'm going to do is right now I'm exfoliating my face. And then I'm gonna exfoliate my lips and my body and my feet. And then I'm gonna take a shower and tan. I think I'm gonna do self-tanner. I've been tanning like at the pool pretty often, and I have a pretty good tan going, but I'd like to help it along a little bit. So I'm gonna do some self-tanning. And then what else? I have teeth whitening stuff. I have a candle going. I'm about to put on my audiobook. We're just gonna have a very relaxing time. Toes are painted, my skin is soft, I'm smooth, I smell good. I am so glad I did this. I really don't know why I don't do it more often, because it's so easy. Like, I don't have to go all out every single time, but like just pampering myself a little bit, it definitely needs to be a regular occurrence for me. So I had a lot of fun with this date, and I'm looking forward to the next one. For my next date in the Solo Summer Homebody Edition, I am going to update my reading journal. I have severely been neglecting my reading journal. I normally update it monthly. I haven't updated it since March, and it's June. So I am going to go through all of my yearly spreads and then create my April and May monthly spreads and just vibe with my little reading journal. the reading journal, and I did want to show you guys what I added. Okay, so not only did I neglect my reading journal in April and May, but I also just like neglected to track a lot of my reading in April and May. I was going through a little bit of a book and life slump, and I just didn't see the point in keeping track because there was like 2 weeks that I went without reading, it feels like, and I just didn't have the energy to track. So normally this is what my monthly spread looks like. This is from March. I have a little calendar, and then it correlates to all the books that I read, which then correlates to how many pages I read every day. Cute, right? Well, obviously, since I wasn't tracking in April and May, I can't do that. So here's my little April cover page. Cute, simple. And I just did my wrap-up information, which has number of books, number of pages, average rating, and the genres, which that's basically, if you watch any of my wrap-up videos, that is the stats that I give at the beginning of the videos, so I just write them down here. And then I just moved straight on into May. I didn't even try, you know, we'll get them next time. I'm tracking now that it's June, we get back on track. So here was May. I think it turned out so cute. And again, I just did my little wrap-up page. I think it's adorable. So now my yearly spreads. I am not a creative person. I'm not an artsy person. You might be looking at this and going, Holly, that's so creative. That's so pretty. Yeah, I copy, y'all, okay? Just go to Pinterest. None of this is like original. It's all off of Pinterest. I have yet to complete any of my goals for the year, but I did get to add Rebel Witch, Sunrise on the Reaping, Daughter of No Worlds, and Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow to my 10 books that I want to read in 2025. So that's super cool. I added more of my boxes, and over here, I just guessed, honestly, because this is to track how many each day that I read. I will say on Fable, it is pretty easy for me to keep track of just whether or not I read. Like, I didn't update how many pages I read on it, but I did like go on the app and like say, yes, I read today to keep my streak. So that is what I used to fill that in. And then I have some more book bingo cards that I colored in. Let's see. I got to color in the one-word title, finish a series, under 300 pages, and I think that's it. Oh, and villain main character. Nice. More statistics. Can you tell I love data? I'm a math teacher. More quotes. Love this page. Okay, and then I have my A to Z reading challenge. If you have been following my channel and watching other videos where I updated my reading journal, I said that on this page I might want to put the titles of the books that I was able to check off, and so that's what I did. And actually, I didn't update this page today because I updated it like last week, or maybe, yeah, something like that. But I actually read 0 days, so that's my Z. And I think that is it, yeah. So, reading journal, complete. I love doing my reading journal. It's so nice to do something like crafty. And I'm trying to like get back in touch with my just, you know, crafty self and my artsy self. Because I can't like draw or anything. But you'd be amazed at what you're capable of if you just try. You know, it doesn't have to be perfect either, because the only reason y'all are seeing this is because I'm showing you. In real life, I'm the only person who sees this. So if you want to do it, but you're like, oh, I don't know, it's not going to look good. Who cares? Who's looking at it? You know what I mean? That's what I thought at the beginning of this. I started this about this time last year. And those beginning spreads, they could use some work, okay? So I've definitely honed my craft with this reading journal. Love it, love it, love it. think that is all for today. See you at my next date. Hello. I love the idea of like going to one of the sip and paint places, but I don't drink, okay, first of all. So that the appeal there is kind of and I do like, I've gone to sip and paint like 2 or 3 times, and they're always fun, but I never know what to do with the like canvas when I'm done. So I thought about going to one because we have one in the town that I live in, but I decided to modify it and do like an at-home sip and paint, with the sip being like a cherry Coke, you know what I mean? So my brilliant idea, I had lots of ideas, okay? Lots of ideas. First, I was going to get some like coloring canvases, like painting canvases off Amazon, because they have so many like sets that are either like color by number or just like flowers or like whatever it is on there, like a coloring page that comes with paint. And then I remembered that I actually bought this gorgeous canvas. It is color by number of me and my husband on our wedding day. As you can see, it is mostly complete. The only problem is I lost the paint somewhere in one of our moves. I've lost the paint. So my options are buy more paint and just guess on what all the colors are supposed to be, because I do still want to finish this. But that's gonna be like an event for another day, because I don't even know where to begin on looking for the right paint. So, plan B. I and my husband, we are really big into Warhammer, which if you've watched any of my like wrap-up videos, I talk about reading the Horus Heresy trilogy, or not trilogy, series. That is within Warhammer. Warhammer is like a pretty big game thing. It's like a, okay, it's kind of nerdy, but there's a lot to it. So there's books, there are video games, and then there's also like a actual tabletop game, but it's not like a board game. So you like are basically, you have to buy, build, and paint your own army, and then you can battle each other. Gosh, that sounds so nerdy. Okay, anyway, my husband got into it last year, and then he also got me into it end of last year, beginning of this year. And this is what I'm talking about. So if you can see, if it'll focus, this is how big the pieces are. Super small, okay? And I have to paint them. So I have a little squad of 5 guys that I've already started painting. So I figured this will be my date, is I will just work on painting these little guys. Y'all, I have so many that I need to paint. I really need to get on this because I can't play with them until they're painted. So let's paint my little Terminators. Later, I realized that I never actually like followed up about my last date, which was painting these little guys. They're still not done, unfortunately. There's like so much to painting these guys, but I just wanted to kind of show you guys my progress and what I did. So I was just going through with the gold trim on them. This has been so hard. Everyone says that like this is one of the hardest armies to paint because of how much trim there is. It's taking me hours to do this and I'm not even done. Somehow, I'm not even done, but it's fine. I'm having a good time. And I'll be so glad when they're done because I can play with them. But anyway, that is all of my nerdy date. Love you guys. And with that, we are at the end of today's video. If you made it this far, love you. Thanks for sticking around. I hope you enjoyed today's video going on these little dates with me. I'm definitely having a lot of fun. I feel like I'm getting a lot out of my summer already, even though the summer like just started for me, but I'm really glad that I'm making myself do this. I feel like I'm learning a lot about just like where I'm comfortable and what I'm comfortable doing and just being okay by myself, which was the goal of this whole thing. And also I'm just doing more things than I normally would. Like I haven't just wasted every day rotting on the couch. So that is excellent. Let me know down in the comments if you've tried any of these, if you'd like to try any, if there's any date suggestions that you have for me. I would love to hear them. If you liked this video, make sure that you like the video and make sure that you are subscribed so that I can see you in the next one. Mwah! Bye.